Welcome back to part 6 of Death End Request 2, where today we'll be having a bit more of a chilled out part, spending some time and found some new faces in the dormitory. Oh hi Rotty. I was walking down the hall with Rotty and a girl approached her. The girl very casually put her hand on Rotty's shoulders. Then, she looked at me, tilting her head. You don't look familiar. You a new student? That's right, her name's Mai. Rotty waved at me to continue. Mai Toyama, I'm Rotty's roommate. I'm Charlie Parfait, it's a pleasure. Sure. We finished our bare bones introduction and Charlie stared at me. What is it, Charlie? Okay, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, Mai's mine. That's not why I was staring. I felt like she's carrying some kind of darkness inside of her. Her direct, nonchalant opinion rubbed me the wrong way. That's one way to make an impression. Yeah, how dare you say that to Mai? I apologize. I didn't really mean anything by that, honest. I was just considering that you have such a peaceful beauty about you, but your inner darkness casts a shadow on it. What a waste. Charlie laughed for her apology, and I didn't appreciate her being so rude in her forwardness. Your apology isn't helping. Is that so? But hey, I feel like that some side of you is also part of your charm. I know, right? You have such a good eye, Charlie. Although I don't know how to feel knowing that other people know what makes Mai so attractive. What are you even talking about, Rotty? I rolled my eyes at Rotty's pouting. I don't know what it was about. It was entertaining, but Charlie laughed. I feel like we could be good friends, Mai. Let's be friends. I thought about it. She extended her hand to me and I took it. Maybe, if I feel like it. Okay. She shook my hand eagerly. Her eyes seemed very sincere and practically smiled. She's got a big mouth, but I don't think she's a bad girl. Yeah, she just doesn't think before she speaks, by the seams of it. Have you two seen Victoria? Chitsuba asked me this as I was walking down the hall. She seemed to be asking everyone who walked past. I haven't seen her today. You looking for Victoria again? Must be hard for you, Chitsuba. Yeah, she promised me we'd hang out today, but she always walks off. Come to think of it, I feel like I've never seen Chitsuba happy when it comes to Victoria. I need to think of a voice for Chitsuba. I haven't really committed to one yet. I've only seen her running around, making sure no one was taking Victoria from her. Why do you like Victoria so much? She's my sunshine. I asked because I began to feel sorry for her, but Chitsuba answered in a surprisingly loud voice. Sunshine? Come to think of it, I never asked how you two got to know each other. Rossi seemed super interested and Chitsuba slowly opened up. The reason I'm here is because I was an unwanted child. When I came here, I never imagined anyone would want me. I felt like no one cared about me. I was invisible to everyone, but Victoria was different. She said she needed me. She said very affectionate towards me, taking my hand and saying, I'm glad you're here. I was so happy. I finally met someone who accepted me. That's when I made the decision. I'm going to be with Victoria forever. I don't want to be apart from her for even a second. I will do anything to keep it that way. Chitsuba seemed lost in a daydream as she finished her story. Her voice resounded with the bliss she was in. But also, the way she talks about it so passionately is a little scary. I see. If you really feel all those things, I'm sure Victoria will understand someday. I hope so. Anyway, I'm going to go look again. The air feels a little lighter now. Chitsuba has a particular way about her that makes it feel so heavy. I sighed and Rotty smiled as if to gently agree with me. So, are they going out? I thought they were, but it seems very one-sided. It seems hard to keep Victoria in one place. I just hope it doesn't become a problem. I don't know why, but I kept getting a bad feeling about it. Yeah, Chitsuba's a dangerous one, potentially. Maybe we got here too late. Rotty and I were looking for an empty table. I'm seeing a lot of familiar faces. As I had that thought, I scanned the room and saw a girl sitting by herself. She was reading a book. I don't think I've seen her before, though. Rotty, who is that? Oh, that's Colette. Colette Sheldon. As you can see, she's a lover of books. Rotty smiled for her answer. She keeps to herself a lot, but why don't I introduce you? Rotty led me by the hand to Colette's table. She didn't have to do this, but oh well. I already felt bad for bothering her while she was in the middle of reading, but Rotty didn't seem to mind. Hi, Colette. Colette's eyes rose from the pages she was reading and was set upon us. They looked increasingly uninterested. Rotty, what do you want? I just wanted to take a second to introduce you to our new dorm mate. Say hello, Mai. Rotty pushed me forward, forcing me to stand right in front of Colette. Hi, I'm Mai Toyama. It's nice to meet you. Colette Sheldon. Pleasure. After a quick introduction, Colette went right back to her book. We had nothing else to talk about. We'll be on our way now. Rotty nodded as she couldn't handle the awkward silence. Before we left to our table, I noticed the cover of the book that Colette was reading. Pascal? She's studying programming? But there's a pretty niche book for you to read here. What? Colette looked up right away. Her eyes seemed to change colour unlike before. You know programming? Yeah, of course. I guess she's never met anyone here who knew about programming. Her face lit up. Really? That's so exciting. It's Mai, right? Do you have the time? I want to talk to you about a few... Colette stopped short. Her eyes jumped to the entrance. The head maid was calling for her. Oh, do you have to meet with Shizu? I totally forgot. Let's talk sometime soon. Later. Colette picked up her book and ran towards the entrance. I thought she'd be a quiet one. I guess I was mistaken. What? That's so bizarre. I've never seen Colette look so excited. Really? I could care less. She must have really liked you. Oh, and that programming stuff? Looks like you have some common ground. But, well, if you start spending more time with her... What are you mumbling about? I'm gonna leave you here. Wait for me, Mai! Don't leave me! If only Rotti could be as collected as Colette. Man, Rossi's unapologetic honesty to how much she likes Mai is so endearing in this game. Huh? What? I'm so sorry. Are you okay? My mind was elsewhere as I walked and I bumped into a girl. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm so sorry. I wasn't paying attention to where I was going. Are you hurt at all? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It felt like it was my fault. This girl cut me off before I could apologize and instead began to apologize to me profusely. You don't have to apologize that much. I wasn't paying attention either. It's alright, Mercy. Maya wasn't paying attention. Besides, don't be afraid to stick up for yourself, Vina isn't here anymore. You're safe to do that now. Well, The girl laughed it off. Rotti gave her a concerned look as she avoided eye contact. She feigned a smile, running away moments later. Who was that girl? She's so creepy. She's Mercy Lewis. She wasn't always like that. Rotti sighed. What do you mean? What happened to her? She just changed after being bullied by Vina. She doesn't really show her emotions anymore. The most you'll get is the occasional fake smile. I'm sure she figures if she just stays out of the way of people, she won't be a victim anymore. I see, people really change after being the focus of a bully's attention for a time. I don't know if I understand completely, but it's a pity nevertheless. Has holding her feelings on the inside been the only way she's been able to get by? Will she live her life according to others? I feel like that's wrong, but I also understand not everyone is strong enough to stand up to bullies. Mercy, huh? I wonder how she's really like on the inside. Yeah. Oh, this is one of my favourite side characters. Where? Rotti isn't here. I walked aimlessly. As I was looking for Rotti, I realised I didn't even know where the dormitory was from here. I shouldn't have wandered around so much. That's... Oh, I'm glad. I think it's a student. I should be able to make it back now. Hey, can you tell me how I can get back to the dorms? Of course. You got lost, Yeah, I lost sight of my friend and, well, here I am. Oh, I see. I know I'm not used to being here yet, but I couldn't help but feel embarrassed about this and covered it up. After she thought about it, the girl smiled. I'm just about done with my errands anyway. We can head back together. That would be nice, thank you. I'm Mary. You are... Mary introduced herself as we began walking together. Mai Toyama just moved here. I see. It's nice to meet you, Mai. If you're new around here, I'm sure your friend must be a little worried. We can take a shortcut. I'm sure your friend will make it back already. What's the matter? You just seem like a really nice person. A lot of people in the dorm seem to have a twisted personality, so meeting a normal student feels a little disorientating. You really helped me out here, thank you. I wasn't doing it for you. I mean, if you got lost out here, you'd be a lot of trouble to the townsmen. Don't take it the wrong way, okay? Ah, I see. She's a typical tsundere. Look at her smile. Oh my god. It's impressive how she embodies those traits. I just wanted to understand. Okay, come on, let's hurry. Alright. I wanted to laugh, but I saw that Mary was blushing, so I refrained. Oh, I go, even Mai's got a sense of humour. The moment she realises she's a tsundere, she grins. Mai! Oh my goodness, I'm so relieved. I thought you were back at the dorms, but I couldn't find you. I was so worried. As we arrived back at the dorms, it seemed that Rotti had been waiting at the entrance for a little while. I'm sorry to worry you. I'm just glad I ran into Mary. Everything's okay. I explained how I ran into her and we became friends. She sighed with relief. I see. I'm glad you could do that for her, Mary. It's not a big deal. I was on my way home. Oh, really? But didn't you say that you were going to go shopping today? You didn't buy anything? Mary blushed at Rotti's question. I thought you said you were done with your errands. I couldn't just leave you alone if you were that far from the dorms and lost. It wouldn't have been right. Mary was a little shy about expressing this, mumbling her way through her words. Thank you, Mary. Whatever, it's not a big deal. I smiled a little bit, humoured by the fact that she just refused to be complimented. Rotti, of course, chimed in at once. Hey! I appreciate you helping Mai out, but she's mine, okay? You can't steal her from me. What? I didn't even mention that I like her or anything like that. So you admit it! Anyway, I'm gonna go back to my room. Later, girls. Yeah, later, Mary. Let's head back to our room, too. Okay. Rotti pulled me away, and I thought about Mary. Her ears were super red. She was a tsundere through and through. I couldn't help but giggle. I don't know, I like tsundere characters when they're done, like, harmlessly kind of thing. It's why I like Noir so much in Neptunia. An apple? Oh, it's hers. Looking towards where the apple came from, I noticed a girl in a uniform trip head first into the floor. It must have fell where she tripped. Oh no, it's way over there. Woody and I picked up a few apples and came rolling by us. We asked her if she was okay. She seemed to be writhing in pain when we approached her. Here you go. Are you hurt? I'm fine. I'm just feeling really embarrassed. She blushed and rubbed her forehead. She looked up. Rossi greeted her calmly. Hi, Makoto. Hello, Rossi. So, what are you doing here? Shizu asked me to run an errand. I hope the apples aren't bruised. Makoto looked sad. Rossi offered to help, but Makoto gripped the paper bag tightly and showed no signs of giving it to her. You're hurt, though. No need to overdo it. This is nothing. We can help you with shopping if you want. Don't worry about it. I have more errands to run afterwards, so I'm good. Even though it must have hurt for her to walk, she really didn't seem like she was going to accept our help at all. I can't just lay here. Anyway, later. She left. She's running her way with her hurt leg. She's really stubborn. We offered to help. She has a tendency to push herself like that from time to time. I'm worried. Hope she won't trip again. Rossi sighed. Well, she says she's fine, and she's fine. Let's go. I patted Rossi's back and urged her to move on. It seemed like she was still worried about Makoto, though. Mai? If you ever see her, take care of her, okay? Okay, when I see her. Judging from how she was just now, I'm sure she wouldn't take it, though. Even though she was being treated like an errand girl, her sense of duty was impressive. Still, I let out a sigh. One more face to talk to. Oh, I've got to put on my best British posh voice now. Oh, it's you! I was walking in town with Rotti when a girl got in our way. Oh? The girl stood in front of us as if she owned the place. She was glaring at me as she began to try and size me up. What do you want? So, you're the new kid who stood up to Vina? Yeah, what of it? I was immediately annoyed at the sound of Vina's name, so I responded coldly. She seemed unfazed by my response. I'm Elizabeth Paris. You and I are after the same thing. I'm officially granting you a special invitation to join the Elizabeth clique. That's so? I'll have to decline. What the? She was very surprised. I don't think she anticipated me rejecting her. This is our first time meeting. It boggles my mind that she'd have so much confidence to ask me something like that. Elizabeth, what's gotten into you? I've never heard of this group of yours. Well, I've been planning it for a while. I was just waiting for the time to organize. Now that Vina's gone, it is my time to shine. It's time I finally bring honor to the Paris family name once again. Again? Do you come from some lineage of fallen aristocrats or something? Sorry, but I'm really not interested at all. That's not true. We're not fallen, just temporarily split up due to some financial difficulties. Sounds the same to me. Silence, you commoner! Anyway, I would really like to get out of this dull, unrefined town already. To do so, I need as many merits as possible for when I return to the Paris family. You sure are passionate. So annoying. Elizabeth didn't notice how annoyed we were becoming and continued her speech. Listen to me, you will not regret helping me. When we receive my family name, you will be recipient of many rewards. I already said I'm not interested. Elizabeth, being persistent with someone you've only just met will not cause them to act in your favor. You two don't get it. Fine, I'll end this with just my introduction today, but I haven't given up on you, Mai. So that's the daughter of a noble? Although her demeanor is noble, she seemed like an average student in the way she stormed off. They said she wanted to leave this unrefined town, but she seems to fit right in. Now, she's still young, she's just homesick. Rossi said this while an upset Elizabeth was still in view. Even still, it's impossible for her to bring back honor to her family while she's here. Wouldn't you agree, Rossi? Sort of. It's also just that she doesn't seem someone that would give up concerning something like that. She's homesick, huh? I can empathize with where she's coming from, but I have no intention of helping her out with a reckless plan. I hope she got that you're not interested. Same. I have more important things to take care of anyway. And that's it. We can end our day. And work out what tonight's mission is going to be. Hey, Rotti, it seems like Headmistress Midra and the maids went out earlier. Is something up tonight? I was lying on the bed, stuck in thought as I asked Rotti. Tonight is the eve of the all-night worship. On this day, the adults all go to church and pray until the morning. I see. Sounds excessive. They don't force the students to join, though. Remember that line. So that means tonight, no one will be at Wordsworth. I looked at the clock and it was 11 p.m. Then maybe there's something I can do. This could be a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Hey, Mai. Whoa, don't just come in. It's all good. She lay next to me facing down and she seemed to want to talk. So what do you want? I wonder how Shina saved you so quickly. I think she followed us. She seemed pretty knowledgeable about the bomb. Oh, I wonder if Shina is... What do you think, Rotty? What if she's a government spy? Way to jump to conclusions. Not that it was completely implausible. Who is Shina? She piqued my curiosity. I'd have to find out. Oh, not at all. Okay. Don't be rude, Maya. I might be right. It's hard to think of a maid who would know anything about a bomb. Oh, I know. Maybe she is in the Secret Service. They work for the government too. Besides, there was no bomb. It totally is! Well, even if she was a spy, if the Dawn wasn't so suspicious, then she wouldn't be here. There was a saying that there wouldn't be smoke if there isn't fire, and if they're innocent, they can just be proud. Actually, I think my mother has something that she can't even tell me. It's like she has a split personality sometimes. Lately, tons of girls are finding a foster family or disappearing too. I see. So, Rotty, you think that there's a chance that Wordsworth has some big secret? Yeah. Then why don't we look into it? Huh? Where? My mother keeps her office locked. I meant where Shina lives. Who is that maid? We have to find out. Maybe it will lead to more. Plus, if Shina happens to be a spy, then I bet she had some info on Wordsworth, which we can take for ourselves. And for me, I want to see this cursed laptop. I'm sure she has it at her home. I'll go even alone. How about you, Rotty? Yeah, I'm going. I'm curious too. The adults are all gone for prayer tonight. A perfect opportunity to sneak out. Then, as soon as we get ready, let's get set out. And that will be our objective for the next part. I'm going to let the opening dialogue of us being here go in. I left this load screen in just so I could have more time to talk, alright? This is a shorter video than normal because I wanted to make the exploration side of it be a separate video. But this is the load screen I'm usually editing out. Look how big that was. Hey mate, who is this Shina anyway? I don't know. But something tells me she isn't just a typical maid. Rotty? Bet you anything she's a world-renowned spy. Anyway, next time on Death End Request 2, we're going to sneak over to Shina's place to see if we can learn anything more about her or what's up with that weird laptop that nearly blew up. But until then, you guys take care now.